Hello everyone, welcome to another yoga class. So today I have for us a cute dog. Hi Ranger. Ranger's gonna join us for a moment. But so today I have for us a gentle yoga flow. We will work a little bit, we will move a lot, and at the end you are gonna feel great. Okay, so the only thing that you might want for this class is something to cushion your knees. So I just have a rolled up blanket. You could use a blanket, you could use a towel, you could use a pillow of some sorts. But so just get that together, and then when you are ready, join me on the mat. Okay, buddy, we get to do yoga now. Okay, so we're gonna start in a seat. A cross-legged seat is good, but if this is a little bit uncomfortable for you, you can find any other seat that feels good, right? You could even sit up in a chair. Then we're just gonna bring hands to our knees. We're gonna inhale to lift the heart, roll the shoulder blades back. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. So finding our cat-cow right away. Inhale, lifting the heart, roll the shoulders back. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round the spine. And then just come right back up through center. So now, same idea. Ranger, could you just move a little to the left? Thank you. You're a good boy. Okay, sorry everyone. This guy, he thinks that this class is all about him. Can I take off your collar? Okay, I swear we're gonna get started. Okay, okay. So from here, we're gonna find a different type of spinal movement. So once again, we're gonna bring our hands to knees, shins, or somewhere that you can grab onto. And we're gonna find a big circle with our spine, with our torso. So we're gonna start to round the spine, chin to chest. But then we're gonna take our rib cage to the right. Then we're gonna come through center, pressing our heart forward, and then to the left, right? So we're just finding these big circles with the torso. Right, let's find one more big circle in this direction. And then let's switch directions, right? Big circles going in the other direction. Let's do one more. And then just coming back through center, roll the shoulders up to your ears, take a big breath in, and then breath out, just roll them down. Okay, we're gonna find our way to tabletop position. So however you wanna get there, we'll find all fours, right? So already you could take your cushion and you can put it underneath of your knees, right? For just that little bit of extra support. And then wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath of hips. And then from here, we're just going to find our cat-cow again, right? So on your inhale, let the belly come down and the head come up. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Let's do that again. Inhale, belly drops, head comes up. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Then just come back to that tabletop position. Send the right foot back behind you. Keep the toes tucked under, right? And then we're just gonna start to find this rocking motion forward and back, right? So it's like your heel is pulling you back and then your toes are pressing you forward. So really engaging the leg, right? We're not just finding this kind of willy-nilly movement, but we are actually doing it with a little bit of purpose. All right, let's find one more. And then just bring that right knee back down. Extend that left foot back behind you. Tuck the toes under. And then once again, the heel pulls you back. The toes press you forward. Just do one more. And then just bring the left knee down, tuck your toes under, sink your hips back towards your heels, bring your hands together, interlace the fingers, and then find this kind of figure 8 with the hands. Right, so just working and warming up the wrists a little bit. All right, then just shake out the hands. From here, we'll come back to that tabletop position, but we'll find our puppy pose. So we're gonna send the hands out nice and long on the mat, and then keep the hips nice and lifted. Press the heart down towards the floor. Maybe you even bring your forehead down to the mat. If the forehead does come down, maybe you just rock the forehead a little bit side to side. Take a big breath in, breath out. And then slowly start to press into the hands, lift up a little bit. But then we're just gonna come all the way down onto our belly. So you can kind of get there however you want. Your forearms are gonna stay down on the ground. Your elbows are either right underneath of your shoulders, or if that feels like a bit much on your back, you can always walk the hands out a little bit further. Right, but then we'll find our Sphinx pose. So press the tops of the feet into the mat, press your pelvis into the mat, kind of clench your butt cheeks a little bit, and then pull back on your hands to pull your heart through your arms. Just hold it here, right? If you kind of lost the engagement with your pelvis pressing down, then just go ahead and do that again. Press the pelvis down, take a big breath in, breath out. And then press into your hands, let your elbows come out, and then drag your hands back by your rib cage, press yourself back up to tabletop. But then from here, we're gonna come all the way up to kneeling. So the hands will kind of come, slide up the legs, roll the shoulders back. Okay, so we're gonna find a little bit of flow here. So on your next inhale, we're gonna sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, press your hips forward, clench the butt cheeks a little bit. And then on your exhale, you're gonna send the hips back. Hey Ranger, everybody kind of needs to see what I'm doing. Could you move just for a moment? Come right here. Oh, he's needy today. Okay, so we're gonna start over. We're gonna inhale, sweep the arms up, press the hips forward, a little bit of a back bend. And then on your exhale, sweep the arms back and send your hips back. So your hips go as deep as feels okay for you. So if you can send your hips all the way towards your heels, then that's good, right? Reach back with the arms, roll the shoulders back, the heart reaches forward, right? Then from here, press into the tops of your feet. Inhale, lifting up, reach the arms up. And then exhale, reach the hips back, reach the arms back. Let's do that again. Inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, hips back, arms back. Then we'll inhale to rise up. And then from here, bring your hands to your hips. You can always bring hands down to the floor for more support. We're gonna lean into that left knee a little bit. Step that right foot forward. Okay, then roll the shoulder blades back. Take a big breath in, breath out. Then we're just gonna take that left hand across the body so that it grabs onto the outer knee, outer right thigh. And then we're just gonna roll the right shoulder open, start to twist towards the right. So we're twisting open. Just breathe here. Every inhale, you're growing a little bit taller, right? The spine is lengthening. And every exhale, maybe you twist a little bit deeper. If you'd like, maybe that right arm reaches back behind you. And just hold here. All you have to do is breathe. Take one more big breath in, breath out, and then just slowly come back through center. Either hands to the floor for that extra support or hands to your hips. We're just gonna press into that right foot so we can bring that right knee back down. Then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, arms come back, hips come back. Then inhale to rise up. Hands can come to your hips or wherever they need to. We're gonna lean onto that right knee a little bit, step that left foot forward. And we'll set up here, so roll the shoulders back. Take a big breath in, breath out. Then take that right hand, it'll cross over, it'll grab onto that left thigh. We'll inhale to find length. And then exhale, just start to twist towards the left. It's a nice gentle twist, right? You're not forcing the twist. You're not using that right hand on the thigh to really wrench yourself into something big here. Just nice and gentle. If it feels good, you could stretch that left arm back behind you. Take one more big breath in. Let it go. Then come back through center. Once again, we're gonna kind of press into that left foot, bring that left knee back down next to the right. Then we'll inhale to sweep the arms up. Exhale, airplane, arms back, hips back. Then we'll inhale to reach the arms up. This time, exhale, just bring the hands down onto the mat. Tuck your toes under, find downward facing dog. Right, so you could pedal out the legs here a little bit. And if it feels good, you could find a little bit of a twist, or you could kind of shake your hips around, but we're only here for a moment, so take a big breath in, breath out, and then when you are ready, tippy-toe your feet up to meet your hands at the top of the mat, and hang in your forward fold. So your knees can be slightly bent, your belly hangs down or rests down, and then your head relaxes. Maybe shake out the head or sway a bit side to side. And then we'll inhale to a flat back. So maybe hands come up to shins or the thighs. Roll the shoulder blades back. Look straight down. Take a big breath in. And then breath out, fold. This time, inhale, roll all the way up to standing. And when you get to the top, reach the arms up. Big, big stretch. And then hands come to heart center. Okay, so we'll just face forward for a moment. I'm going to face you at least for a moment. And we're just going to find a little bit of warmth in our legs, right? So we're going to start by, you can always have maybe your hand on a wall, your hand on a chair, or if you've got like a partner doing yoga with you too, you could have your hand on them maybe. But we're just going to start by marching the knees in one at a time, right? Just back and forth, side to side. Just kind of warming up into the quads and the hip flexors. And then start to take the knee out to the side. Okay, so warming up into the outer hips a little bit. Let's do one more each side. And then just come back through center, maybe give everything a little bit of a shake. We're just gonna do a little bit of balancing while we're up here. So, you can, yet again, right, use the chair, use the wall, use something if you would like a little bit more support. We're going to find our dancer pose. So that left foot will step down, that left arm will reach a little bit forward. Then that right hand is going to reach back towards that right foot. If you can't grab the foot, no problem, right? Just pull that right heel as close as you can in, right, using the strength of your hamstring. You will work a lot with this. If you can grab that foot, maybe you start to kick the foot into the hand. Find somewhere to look that isn't moving. That left knee can have a slight bend. Take a big breath in, breath out, and then slowly come out. Shake it out a little bit, and then we will do that other side, right? So that right foot will take all the weight, right arm reaches forward, and then we'll either reach back towards the left foot, or maybe we grab the left foot. Right, if you've got the left foot, just start to kick the left foot into the left hand. Right, and if you stumble and fall out of the pose, that is okay. Right, everyone will do that at some point, right? So take a big breath in, and then breath out, coming back out. Shake things out a little bit. Okay, then just come back to the top of your mat or wherever you can manage on your mat. And then we'll inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Then we'll inhale to a flat back. Bend the knees enough that the hands can come down. We're going to step that left foot to the back of the mat. Bring the left knee down. And then bring that right hand inside the right foot. Right, so we're gonna find our lizard pose, but a lot of times in our lizard pose, we end up walking that left knee back, you know, and if that is your favorite form of lizard and you want to go for it, then go for it, right? But otherwise, I'm gonna have us keep that left knee underneath of the left hip. So we have more or less a 90-degree angle at both knees. Then both the hands are inside that right knee. We're gonna inhale, send the tailbone back. Reach the heart forward, roll the shoulders back. On your next exhale, if you so choose, maybe you bend the elbows a little bit, bowing in, right? Not necessary though, right? This is an intense pose. You could always stay up on fingertips or even up on dog, right? Or whatever you've got. Feel free to use what you've got. And then maybe you just drop the head. Relax the jaw, take a big breath in, and then let it go. Take one more big breath in. Breath out. We'll slowly start to rise back up. Walk the hands a little bit more forward. Tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee. Step the left foot forward. And we're just gonna switch sides. So we'll step that right foot back. Bring the right knee down. Okay, both hands come inside of that left foot. Right, and then from here, again, unless you are really craving it, right, and then in that case, go ahead, walk the right knee back. But otherwise, we're gonna keep that right knee underneath of the right hip. We're gonna send the bum back, reach the heart forward, roll the shoulders back, take a big breath in, and then breath out, maybe fold a little bit more. Take a big breath in, let it go. And then slowly start to rise back up to fingertips. Walk the hands a little bit forward. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, step the right foot forward. Just fold over the legs. And then inhale to a flat back. Put that bend in the knees, bring your hands down. Step one knee back, step the other knee back. So we're back to our kneeling position. We've got one more of these things that we've been doing, right? So we're gonna inhale, reach the arms up, send the hips a little bit forward, a mini back bend. And then exhale, reach the arms back, airplane. And then just rise all the way back up. And we're gonna find a seat. So bring the bum down. And we're going to step the feet out in front of you, right? So the heels will come out in front, maybe a little bit wider than your hips. And then the hands will come back behind you. We'll roll the shoulder blades back, sit up nice and tall. Then we're just gonna find windshield wiper legs. So we'll let the knees fall to the right. And then we'll let the knees fall to the left. But during this part, at least, keep your hips down, right? So what I mean is we're not letting the hip come all the way up, right? We're not kind of finding this big movement. Instead, we're just finding what movement we can with the bum down. Okay, so a few more just like this. And then go ahead, start lifting the hips up, right? So you'll find much more movement here as you let the bum come off of the ground. And you might even start walking a little bit forward. That's okay. Okay, so one more. And then come back through center. This time we'll open up into a straddle. Okay, so the legs go nice and wide. Your little paw. Okay, so your legs go nice and wide. And then same idea. So we're going to bring the right big toe down towards the middle, but keep the right hip down. So the right hip isn't actually moving. And then just find a few like that, just kind of waving that right foot back and forth. Okay, now other side, right? So let that left foot come in. And we're rotating the femur in the hip socket, but the pelvis isn't actually moving, right? So we're not rocking around here. Okay, so now we're gonna go back and forth, right? We're gonna windshield wiper right foot down and then other side, right? So we're just kind of going side to side. And then go ahead and actually let the hips come off of the ground. So we're finding that full range of motion. Our pelvis is kind of rocking here, right? So we're just gonna go back and forth, side to side, really letting the hip come off of the ground as we rotate. Maybe you don't use hands behind you, right? Testing things out using your core here. Let's do one more each side. And then come back through center, sit up nice and tall, take a big breath in. And then breath out, maybe you start to fold down, right? You can stay nice and elevated if that feels like enough, but otherwise maybe just a little bit of a fold, keep the shoulders rolling back. And then maybe you let the head drop. Take a big breath in, let it go. And then we'll rise back up. Draw the feet back in. And then we're just going to lay on our back. All right, so take your time to get there. All right, little buddy, I need a little bit of space. Okay, here we go. So you're gonna lay down on your mat. And then from here, we're going to draw both of the feet in towards your bum, soles of the feet on the ground. And then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Let that right knee fall open a little bit. And then you can stay here if this feels like enough of a stretch. But if you do want a little bit more, take your hands, loop them around that left thigh, pull the legs in closer to you. Take a big breath in, breath out. And then slowly let that left foot come back down. And just switch sides. So this time we'll cross that left ankle over the right thigh. And then if it feels good, pull the legs in a little bit closer to you. And take a big breath in. Let it go. And just breathing and relaxing. Or maybe thinking to yourself, that ranger, he's so cute. Yes, he is. Take one more big breath in. Breath out. And then just bring that right foot back down to the mat. Let the left foot come down. Take a few windshield wiper legs. Let the knees fall to the right. Then back through center. Let them fall to the left. A few times just like that. And then when you are ready, we're just going to extend the feet up towards the ceiling for just a moment, right? If you've got that blanket, actually bring the blanket underneath of your hips. So just a nice supported waterfall, right? You can always do this with a yoga block as well. But so we'll just elevate the hips a little bit, send the feet up towards the ceiling. The knees can still be bent. And then see if you can make this as passive as possible, right? So sometimes it does take quite a bit of effort to keep the legs elevated. So that's why we add that blanket underneath of the hips. Take a big breath in, breath out. You could always rock a little bit side to side. And then when you are ready, let the feet come down. Find your Shavasana. So let the legs extend out long. Let the arms come by your side. And then take a big breath in. Let it go. And just relax. Take a big breath in and let it go. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rock your head side to side. And then roll onto your side. And when you're ready, press yourself up to a seat. Thank you for joining me and Ranger and I today. We hope you have the most beautiful day. Namaste.